What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Project Ozone 2 Kappa Mode. Oh yeah, guys, so we're here in the ether. We haven't been here for a while. Yeah, we're looking for this gravitite ore. So like we were doing in the Galacticraft dimensions, I am using the digital miner here in this dimension to find the gravitite ore. Now, as you guys know, the gravitite spawns inside these little islands, right? And they float upwards. They do the opposite of like gravel or sand or whatever that fall down. If you break them and they have access to the sky, they'll go all the way up into the sky, right? So the easiest way to do it is go underneath the islands and try and find the stuff that's exposed there and just mine it out that way. But now that we have access to the digital miner and we need a decent amount of this stuff, yeah, it's not so bad. So just kind of flying around with the angel block, placing the digital miner here and placing that right like that and clicking start, and there we go. There's like almost another stack of the stuff. So this is a pretty good way of doing it. Now, this is an expensive machine. It is costing 1.44 million RF per tick. And as I was going around in the Galacticraft dimensions trying to collect ores and stuff, we kept running the entire power at our base out. Now that we have that big reactor that's producing over 1 million RF per tick, I think we should be okay. I don't think we're going to have to really worry about it too much. But yeah, we are going to have to upgrade the power supply so we can store a large amount of power. That'll be something we work on sometime in the near future. Yeah, Draconic Evolution has us covered for that. All right, so I think we're pretty much done here. So we were working on a quest in the last episode where we were trying to get ourselves the Philosopher Stone, right? So we started getting all these different pieces together. So the Philosopher Stone, the full recipe is this. So we are missing right now was this enchanted gravitite. I keep saying enhanced, enchanted gravitite. And we're also missing the spirit binder. The most important thing was a demon steel of the 8th magnitude. This is a crazy recipe because this 8th one requires 3 7s. Each 7 requires 3 6, which requires 3 5, 4, 3 2, 1, etc. Each one of those is a Temperio essence. So we set up an automation last episode to start crafting Temperio Essence. With all of the Minicio that we had, we made 2,289 Temperio, which is pretty awesome. I think that might be enough. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that might be enough. But anyway, we needed this gravitite ore, so we can do this enchanted gravitite stuff. We also need ambrosia, which I completely forgot about until just now. I should probably set a filter on this digital miner because I assume we're going to be going back there at some point because I'm going to need more of this stuff. So let's do a new filter item stack with the ambrosium ore and save. Okay, so when we go mining for either of that stuff, it should find it. So there is the gravitite and there is the ambrosium. Cool. All right, so we need, I think, the altar from Ether, not Erebus, from Ether. All right, so we'll put that guy right here. And then the way this works is you put a gravitite ore on there, or a stack, however much you want to do. And then we need the ambrosium, this stuff. I think 3 pieces makes, yeah, okay, so we have 2. I think we need a total of 6 of those, right? No, we need 8. We need 8. Okay, let me grab some more of this stuff. Okay, so we're at 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we had just enough. Cool. All right, let me grab those ores back out of there. There is the stuff that we need here. So there's that one, and this one. Okay, so now we need the demon steel of the 8th magnitude, and we need the spirit binder. Now, the spirit binder is kind of annoying because it requires the Gaia spirit, and you get this stuff from defeating the Guardian of Gaia. Now, I said before that I really didn't want to fight that boss again. I still don't. Not the default way that we fought it before. We're going to look at it a more advanced way of fighting it, I guess you could say. So yeah, I went ahead and I made myself another dire crafting table over here. So now we have 2 of those. I used a little bit of our awakened draconium. So now we have 2 of these things so we can do 2 recipes because I don't want to have to disturb this one. Now what we're going to be looking at is making ourselves the Draconic Staff of Power. Right? So we've seen this before in many playthroughs. If you have never seen this before, this item is like extremely powerful. It can attack things in like a 25 by 25 area. It can dig out like 9 by 9 by 9 cubes with one click, like instant mine it. Like there's all sorts of crazy things this thing will do. But this does require demon steel of the 5th magnitude, right? So it does require some of that demon steel that we are going to be making. It does require a lot of awakened draconium. It does require a lot of these awakened cores, which is wyvern cores and nether stars, which is fine. Those don't matter. The glowing mangaloid, this is the other thing, along with the blue gem. Those are like the really crazy part of this. But I think I did farm up some blue gems before, right? Blue gem. We have 470 of those, and we can craft those double in our furnace over there. So let's just craft up 100 of those preemptively because we will need those. Okay. So Draconic Staff of Power also requires the Draconic Sword, the Draconic Shovel, and the Draconic Pickaxe. So we need all of those different things, right? So to make those, we need yet more awakened cores, more awakened draconium, and more of these energy core things, which is fine. We need a Pickaxe of the Wyvern, which is not that expensive. To be honest, we should go ahead and craft these up. Okay, so let's do that now. So each one of these recipes is practically the same, except for this part that goes in the center. So let's make a diamond pickaxe. We will make a diamond shovel, if I can click the right thing. And we will make ourselves a diamond sword. Cool. All right, so there's all that. So now what we need to do is get these recipes hooked up. So we need 4 wyvern cores, 4 wyvern energy core. Did I say 4 or 3? 3 wyvern cores, 3 energy cores. There we go. Easy. All right, so now we can make the pickaxe of the wyvern. We can make the shovel of the wyvern. And we can make the sword of the wyvern. Now, each one of these are pretty good. Like this one has an attack AoE of 3x3. You can buff it up. It does require RF power. You can see it does plus 20 attack damage and then an additional plus 10% of the mob health. So the more health the mob has, the more damage the sword does. So that's really good by itself, but we're going to upgrade this straight away to the higher version. So there's those 3 items. Now, we do need a lot of awakened draconium in order to complete this next process. We need 3 of these awakened cores. I don't know if we have enough awakened draconium to do that. It seems that we do. It only requires 12. So we'll go ahead and craft those up. And then we need 3 draconic energy cores. I don't appear to have those on auto craft. Let's make a pattern for those. I think we're going to need a bunch of those a little bit later. So that is awakened draconium plus the wyvern energy core plus a wyvern core. Let's go and craft up one of each of those. So Applied Energistics knows how to copy and paste that into the grid here. I wish it just did that by default, but it doesn't. All right, so we need this, this, and that. Okay, so let's look for awakened. Okay, we don't have any room left there. I guess we'll just scroll down and find a spot to stick it. I normally like trying to keep recipes together, but whatever, I guess it doesn't really matter. So that wasn't it called awakened? What was it called? Draconic energy core. So the Draconic energy core requires us to make 3 of them. And we need 12 awakened, and I think we have all of that. Let's go ahead and do it. So we're down to 3 awakened ingots. That's not going to be enough for what we need to do here. But we should be able to make the Draconic pickaxe. Oh, nope. That's it. That's all we can do because we need more awakened draconium to proceed any further. Okay, so we are a good portion of the way there for like this recipe. As you can see, we need a lot more awakened draconium for everything else. So it is time to start the dragon rituals. So we need to go to the lambda section. If I can click on that, I still don't know why this thing keeps like jumping up like that. It's very frustrating. So we need to do the resurrection ritual. So this we've done in the past, but there is a quest to do it. So we need 12 pillar quartz blocks. Just 12 of those. Whoops. Right clicked one too many times. So 12 of those. What else do we need? 4 diamond blocks. Got plenty of those. And keep going in there for some reason. We need the resurrection stone, which we're using the mob souls for. That also requires, I think, the charged draconium, does it? Or just a draconium block? I guess just a draconium block. Or does it charge it? I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So there is that. Okay, so that should complete the quest just by having those on us. What was the final part? We need 4 charged. We have a lot of these charts because we were messing around with that in the previous episode. Okay, so this is everything we need for 1 dragon fight. So now that we have all that stuff on us, it completes this portion of the quest. Now it wants us to actually kill the dragon, which is going to be super easy. So we're going to do that a few times because we need the hearts from the dragons to make more awakened draconium, which they have another quest here for. Okay, so let me go ahead. I'm probably going to do, oh gosh, I don't know, like 10. Let's do 10. That's going to be a lot. It's a lot of this stuff, but I need a lot of the awakened draconium. So let me just go and get everything ready for that, and we'll be back. Alright guys, so here's the ritual setup. We have our diamond blocks on pillars. We have our charged draconium blocks on taller pillars. Yep, we have glowstone. We have our resurrection stone. And I got enough resource on me to do this 9 more times. So it just requires a right click. That should go pretty quickly. And then it should just be like a 1 or 2 shot, I believe. There we go, 2 shot. So quest complete. That's it. So pretty much the only thing I need to do is just keep doing that over and over again. If I was doing this in some kind of automated way, you can use the RF Tools Builder, I believe. We do want to make sure we get that heart, by the way. You can use the RF Tools Builder to copy and paste this, and it'd just be like a quick flip of a lever in order to reset this. But since we're only gonna be doing this like 10 times, and then I don't think we are required to do a whole lot of this later, because I think we'll be able to get awakened draconium another way. Yeah, it's not really that big of a deal to try and set up like a crazy automation for this. All right, so we'll go ahead and do this and this and this, and get some charge blocks up there. Some diamond blocks down here. Yep, and just give it a right click. So I just need to do this. Well, I guess 8 more times after this particular one. But it is not a difficult thing to do, as you can see. So anyway, let me keep going at it, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, so we got all 10 of our hearts done. So here we go. Actually, I need to turn off my magnet, otherwise it's going to ruin everything. So we need to toss down a heart next to each one of these creeper statues, or you can use TNT. I like the creeper statues because they don't harm the surrounding area. So we need to do that to all of those. We need to right click them all, get them going. Oh, these hearts are a little too far away. Now, if you're not quick enough, those hearts, I think they go back to like their unblown up state. Why is that not working? Go, there it is. Okay, so here we go. We can just drop down 16 draconic cores there, 16 over here, 16 there, and finally a 16 to this one. Cool. All right, so those guys should start charging up the draconic, or I guess the charged draconic blocks that are right next to them and turn it into the awakened stuff. So there we go. There is a little bit here, a little bit more there. Awesome. So I need to do this 2.5 more times. Or I guess 1.5 more times, I suppose. Yeah, so we're gonna get a total of 40 of these awakened draconium blocks when we're all said and done here. So it's not that bad to do that whole thing. We are going through quite a lot of the blue gems though to make all of the draconic cores. That's the only thing that I'm a little concerned about. We can always go back though to Neptune, I think is what it is. Always go back to Neptune to collect a little bit more of that stuff, and I'm almost positive I'm gonna have to. Now that we have power online, it's not that big of a deal. Like, we can use our digital miner a little bit more freely. I think it's going to be a lot better for collecting things like that. I kind of wish that it'd be one of those things where you could just kind of sit and forget it. But yeah, unfortunately, it's got limited range, and you do got to mine, or you got to move it. You can only mine out so many blocks. All right. These both are having issues again. I don't know why. Work. Oops, I picked it up. There it goes. There's that one. I guess it's got to be like a little bit to the side or something. Oh, weird. Anyway, so let's go ahead and grab that 16. This one 16. That one 16. And this one. Anyway, let me go ahead and continue doing this. We'll get the rest of our weekend stuff made up, and we will look at making our Draconic Staff of Power. All right, guys, so getting back to what we were working on here, here's our Draconic shovel. And then we need the Wyvern sword to be done as well. And there we go. There is the Draconic sword. Okay, so all the Draconic tools are ready to go for this recipe. We have 38 awakened Draconian blocks plus 15 ingots remaining. So we should be okay, I think. So we need 4 awakened cores. So if I tell it to make 4, it should know how to unblockify everything and make the rest of these. Cool. Looks like we are ready to go on that. We also need a Draconic energy core. We will tell the system to make one of those. Has to do some more of the Neptune blue gems, which is fine. So there's that. There's these. What else do we need for this thing? I think that's it for like the special items. I think it was this. Yeah, that's how that goes with one here. All right, so I don't know how many ingots we need for everything else, but this demon steel of the 5th magnitude, this is the next thing we're gonna be working on here. So let me, oh, you know what? We still gotta turn all of these Temperio Essence. Oh my goodness, we have to turn all of those into the 1st magnitude and then convert the other ones into the 5th. Oh my goodness, hopefully we have enough stuff here. I don't know, that's a lot of Temperio. So demon steel of the 4th. Oh, we do have the recipe for the 5th. If I tell us to make 3 of those, it should tell us how to craft everything. Yeah, that doesn't look like that's going to be so bad. That's only 189 Temperio Essence. Available to... Oh, we already had 2 of the 4ths in here. Okay, well, let's just do it. We're going to tell the system to craft those up because we need these items anyway. We'll look at telling it to craft up the stuff for the 8th magnitude here pretty soon, I think. But I do want to get the Spirit Binder done before we even worry about that. So let's wait for this to finish up. We'll complete our recipe for the Draconic Staff of Power, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, so we got the entire recipe done. Looks like it was about 30 awakened Draconium ingots, plus all these other things. Yeah, the Demon Steel of the 5th magnitude, that wasn't so bad to do. We still have 2100 Temperio Essence remaining, so... maybe we should start crafting up, I don't know, more of the 5th and just get it ready to go. Actually, I guess just a bunch of the 1st magnitude is what we really need to do. So if I tell the system to make like 1,000 of those, we'll just have those ready to go for whenever we need those. I should probably tell it to make 2,000 and just get them all cooked up. But whatever, it'll be fine, right? So we'll have at least half of them done for the future. But now we can go ahead and make this Draconic Staff of Power. Craft complete. So is that going to give us the thing? Why is it not giving us a thing? Staff of Power, crafting task. I just crafted it. You guys saw me craft it. It's not updating. It doesn't say that I crafted it. I don't know why that is. I just clicked it out. I did not shift click it or anything. That's the same problem like we were talking about before when I was trying to craft this thermo thing. Like I crafted 2 of these and that didn't register, so I had to manually complete it. So we're gonna have to manually complete this particular thing as well because there is no way. I'm gonna make another one. Okay, well that's unfortunate that it doesn't register. So this thing we can claim a loot chest. We can do that. This one, the upgrade modifier thing, we can claim a loot chest on that. I think that's it for this section. So let's open some of these. Maybe we get something really good out of them. I don't know. Well, red matter stuff, if nothing else. We got EMC. I think that's our 3rd set of that. And then electrotine alloy and red alloy. All right, so that's fine. Let's put those away. There we go, cool. So upgrade modifier. This is an item that we now need to look at for our Draconic Staff of Power. So we'll put this right in here. So we got a lot of different things that we can modify. So we can do attack damage. We can do RF capacity. How big the AoE for digging is. The dig depth. Yeah, and the attack AoE. So this is an important one. It requires, well, you can put in, let's see, 60 points worth of stuff, I think, right? So if we put in one here that's 4 points, or each one of these is 2 points or 1 point, right? So we want a bunch of these awakened cores. So let's start making some of those. I'm not really sure exactly how many. Let's make 20. That's probably, that's gonna use 6 blocks, 54. Yeah, let's do it. So we're gonna want a lot of those so we can have a large attack AoE. We're going to want to have a lot of attack damage. RF capacity is fine. It's not something that we need a lot of right now, but it's definitely something that we should look at. Let's go and grab these right now. All right, so we want attack AoE. This is the important one for right now. So we'll put some in there. So max, where is it? Does it say what the AoE is? Oh, max attack AoE. I thought that was a max attack damage. That's 11 by 11. So we want to go to like 23 by 23. Actually, let's go 27 by 27. That's overkill for right now, but this is what we want to do. And then we want the attack damage boosted up a lot as well. So now we're having an attack damage of 100. We can do 120. Let's grab some more of these awakened cores. And we can always change these out later. So that's not like if I put that there, that's it. We're never going to be able to do anything else with it. So the dig AoE, dig depth, these are things I don't care about right now. RF capacity, we can add in some more of that. Let's go that much, I suppose. And then we are going to probably want some more attack damage. Okay, so 220 attack damage. We have a 27 by 27 attack AoE. And then we can hold 370 million RF. Do we have any more of those? Nope, that's it. So how many more? Okay, so we still have 20, or it says 20 are installed. We have free 40. Does that mean we can put in that much more stuff? I don't know. That's pretty crazy if we can keep adding more into this. I'm not like an expert on this mod and how this all works, but it sounds like we can add in a lot more upgrades. But anyway, let's come over here to our battery. Oh, whoops. Did I shift right click that? Let's turn that off. Let's come over here. We'll charge this thing up. Yeah, there we go. Man, that attack damage, 220 attack damage plus 30% of the mob health. That is a little crazy. That's a little crazy. Okay, so that thing is fully done. That is going to replace like all of our tools right here, right? So not only is it just a crazy overpowered weapon, but like that replaces all of this. We don't need any of that stuff right now. So now we have this. This will instant mine blocks. Let's turn our pick on. Like it just instant mine blocks even when you're flying, which is crazy good. We can set it so it does the AoE. So let's see. This is set to attack AoE of 3 by 3. I think you do Control Shift right click. Yeah, there we go. And it goes all the way up to 27, I think is what we did. So attack AoE of 27. So that's going to be really awesome. So thing that I'm interested in doing right now, previously we died and I had my bloodstones on me when I died. So these lost their charges. So what I want to do is I would like to start filling those back up again. So a way that I think we can do this, let's see. I'm going to grab one of these mana pools here. Mana pool plus a spark, right? That's all we need. So this is another way that we're going to end up cheesing the Gaia Guardian is with the attack AoE on this Draconic Staff of Power and a spark, right? So it has an AoE effect and the spark is considered an entity, and you can sit there and hit attack this. It doesn't do any damage and it doesn't break it, but it is sending off the AoE damage. So what I want to do now is turn on our mob grinder with a slime. Yep, we are going to spawn in a bunch of these and I'm going to kill them, and hopefully we will increase our bloodstones really quickly. I think I do need to get rid of these guys down here first. Let me get those out of there. All right, I think we should be good. I have never tried this before, so this might end up poorly. It might not work the way I think it does, but I think this should work pretty good. And I also got to be careful not to let that go too long because there's going to be a lot of entities here. Okay, so we're just going to sit here and spam this thing. You can see I'm getting XP. You can hear things are happening in there. Oh yeah, check that out, 174. So that seems to be working pretty good. The bigger the slimes, the better, because that means the more parts. I just earned the achievement Reaper, so apparently we just got a slime soul, which is awesome. There you go. That bloodstone is already full. So are we gonna... Oh, it's not working on the other one. I guess I need that out of my inventory. Okay, so that's used already half the power of this thing so far. It's crazy. So that one is almost full, or I guess almost half full, I should say. And probably I shouldn't spam it as fast as I am. I guess doing it like this is probably going to be good enough, because when I kill the slimes, they break apart into the smaller ones, right? That's almost done, and done. All right, let's turn this thing off. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I might have made a mistake here. Let's get rid of this. So why are the slimes just sitting on top of here? I don't know. Maybe there's just too many in there. Let's make sure we get rid of these guys, though. Are they all gone? Okay, yeah. So that works pretty good, but it seemed like it was lagging a little bit. Too many entities around. Let's make sure we get those off the edge too. I just don't want those at all. Those can just despawn into the void. All right, so I think we are good to go here. I need to replace the spikes, replace the glass. We got our bloodstones back up and charged again. So we are ready for the fight against the Gaia Guardian. Let me go ahead and do some cleanup work here, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, so before we go off and we farm the Gaia spirits, we should probably, get the Flux Capacitor set up for this thing so we are not running out of power as we are attacking stuff. So let's get that done now. So we have a quest for the Wyvern Flux Capacitor. This holds 80 million RF. That's pretty good. I believe you can also increase the power of that thing through the upgrade modifier, but we're just going to go ahead and go directly to the Draconic Flux Capacitor, the next tier. Yeah, so that requires the Wyvern Flux plus 4 Awaken plus the Awakened Draconium Ingots, the Awakened Cores is what I meant to say before. So there we go. This holds 250 million RF by default. Let's go and do that. Cool. And let's put it right here. So it looks like we can do up to 30. All right, so we need a few of the Awakened things. Oh, you know what? I thought I made some extra ones of these, but I guess I didn't. Let's make like 5. Oh, you know what? We can't do that because we need Neptune blue gems. Okay, so we're not able to upgrade this any further right now. I need to go farm some of those blue gems. So I might do that off camera here in just a moment, but we need to get this thing charged up, and this is going to take it a minute to charge. So let's do that. We'll just throw it right in there. Okay, I said a minute. I meant a second. So that is pretty much done. That's awesome. Okay, so we need to figure out where we're going to fight the Gaia, the Guardian of Gaia. We were fighting it right here before, but obviously I have since removed the structure and I have something else in the way. Maybe we'll go to the mining dimension. We do need our beacon, and we do need the pylons. And it's the Gaia pylons that we need. I don't remember exactly how to set that up. I think our Botania book will tell us how to do that. I might even have a visualization. In fact, I'm pretty sure it does. And then we also need some blocks. Let's just grab some iron blocks. Should be fine. Block of iron. Yeah, we should do that. All right, so 9, right? Okay. So another thing that we probably want to do is grab some item collectors, advanced item collectors. With fighting these boss with the AoE that we're going to be doing, does drop a lot of items. Like a lot of items. 4 diamond chests, we have those perfect. So yes, we're going to do everything here. I guess we'll do the blue gems later. I think we're good. I think we're good. Let's go to the mining world, and I will set this up, and then we will start fighting ourselves some of the Guardians of Gaia. All right, guys, so here we are in the mining world. I think we got this thing set up correctly. I'm going to test one and make sure that it works. So I'll do the shift right click. It does. So I'll just go ahead and shift click the rest of those on there. So we're going to be fighting 8 of these bosses at once. This is going to be quite interesting if you've never seen this before. So all you got to do is just right click, I guess left click this thing every now and then. You don't want to spam it because it uses a lot of power. There we go. We're fine. The boss is almost dead. Okay, so now most of them are in the next phase. So if we do this, this should kill all of the enemies nearby because of our 27 by 27 attack radius, right? Every time I hear monsters drop, I just want to click the thing just to get rid of them. All right, So I think they should be going back. That should be the last wave of enemies, I think. Just about now anyway. Alright. Well, anytime now anyway. Okay, I think we're ready. There we go. So some of them have died, not all of them. I think they're all done. Okay, so there's a lot of XP around. There's a lot of XP that needs to be cleaned up. Yeah, that'll cause a little bit of lag if you don't manage that. So that was 8 of the tier 1 Guardian of Gaia bosses. Not so bad, right? Yeah, it's pretty easy when you have the large AoE attack radius and you are kind of cheesing it by standing in one space attacking a spark. But yeah, that works pretty well. Now, you'll notice I do have some diamond chests around with the item collectors on there. If we look in these chests, they're probably gonna be mostly full of just like garbage and stuff. We do want these ectoplasm. That is required for some of the recipes going forward. Here, there's 24 Gaia spirits. And it looks like we did get ourselves a mob soul for the pixies. Not that that's important. Anyway, let me go ahead and collect all this stuff and we'll be back. All right, guys, so we got everything ready to go here. We should be able to make the spirit binder. We do need 6 of these, I believe is what the number is. I did fight 8 more of the Gaia Guardians as well. So we have more of the Gaia spirit in the system for later. Yeah, we have 104 of those in there now. So that's pretty awesome. So yeah, I think we had 128 total from fighting 8 of those. So this is the last part of this that we needed to do, except for the demon steel. Now I was just checking this out a second ago. So if we tell the system to make demon steel of the 7th next, so it says that we have 383 of the demon steel and needs to craft up 346 more. So that's a total of what, like 700 per demon steel of the what is it, 7th magnitude. So in order to make 2 of the 8th magnitudes, we're gonna need 6 of these, right? So we don't have enough. We just don't have enough, unfortunately. So if we tell the system here, let's say craft up 3 of the 7th, I think we might have enough of that, but I still got to calculate all the different stuff. Maybe we are just under the amount that we need, but even like if we had enough in there, it'd just go instantly, right? So we can't do that. If we tell it to do 2 of them, yeah, it just like shows up immediately. So we have 1,075 Temperio essence that it can convert. I think a lot of that stuff we have right now is kind of tied up in the fact that we are crafting up 1,000 of those. It's still in the process of doing that. And I stopped it because we were running into an issue over here. If we take a look, yeah, so this requires the diamond stuff, right? So diamond, in order to put the diamond in there, we need the, well, we don't need it, but the enriched plate. So if we put, I don't know, let's just do like 16 of those. So we can enrich those, and that goes at this speed, right? And those immediately get put right over here as soon as they come into the system. But as you can see, it's using like 100. It's using like 1 enriched diamond per operation over here. Yeah, we aren't making that stuff fast enough to allow this to go constantly all the time, which is too bad. So what we can do is we can take our enrichment chamber here. We can take this, and then we can upgrade it to a basic enriching factory. In fact, we can go up higher and do an advanced enriching factory and an elite enriching factory. I think that might be what we end up doing is we turn these into a factory block. That way it can enrich, I think, like 5 or 7 items at a time. Like they still go at the same speed, but it's like 7 of them, right? So it's, you know, like 7 machines in one essentially. We could do the same thing with the infusing over here, the metallurgic infuser. You can upgrade these to a factory as well. So that's a basic, advanced, and then an elite infusing factory. So we can make all these machines go like there's 5 of them or 7 of them or whatever it is. That's going to be pretty awesome. I think that's what we're going to have to do in order to get this thing to go at a decent speed here. Otherwise, it goes kind of slow. And when we're requesting a large number of stuff, it just can't keep up. I kind of feel like we're going to need a lot of this stuff before we're able to progress further. So I'll probably end up upgrading those to the factory versions just to get this going. But yeah, unfortunately, we aren't going to be able to do this today. We are still at the point where we are running low on Minicio Essence. I thought we were going to have enough. We never have enough, guys. We never have enough Minicio. I guess I never did set up the farms back there in the last millennium to have like the 9x9. We're still running off that one 3x3 farm. We have a bunch of the seeds in the ME system ready to be planted. I should go back there and either make a few more of those 3x3 plots or just one large 9x9. I don't know. But either way, we're going to need a lot of that stuff. I'll probably set up the auto crafting once again to just make more of that Temperio essence. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on the episode if you liked it. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.